What is going on, guys? It's CJay here, and in this series I will be going over each named gear piece that came out in the 1.5 update. I'll be telling you guys where to get them, how long it took me personally to farm them, the good sides and the bad sides, and concluding if they're worth farming for overall. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence, devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist, fake identities, okay, you cool with Jay.
So for the first piece we're talking about, we're going to be talking about the NinjaBike Messenger Bag that is obtainable in the Dark Zone. The way to get this is by farming the named bosses inside the Dark Zone, either in any of them. It doesn't matter if you're farming the easy ones or the hard ones, but for a tip I would recommend, if you do want the best chance at getting this, I can't confirm whether this is true or not, but this is purely my experience as I've gotten this bag about 3 or 4 times in the Dark Zone. But if you farm the higher tier named bosses inside the Dark Zone, it will probably be a bigger chance of you getting this drop versus farming the lower tier named bosses in like the EVO1 or something like that. So just keep that in mind. I cannot confirm if this is 100% accurate or not, but this is just purely my personal experience, so you don't need to. Of course you can get the drop from any of the named bosses inside the Dark Zone, just I think that there's a better chance by farming the harder ones. So if you're farming it, just keep that in mind. Obviously you don't have to do that. So let's just take a look at this bag. So drop 1 fewer public item and lose 20% less XP when killed in the Dark Zone. And I got pretty good rolls on it. 1139 stamina and 939 armor major attribute, 50% ammo capacity. Now, is it worth farming for? It depends how you see it. Now, the way I look at it, this bag doesn't give you any benefit over PvP or PvE or anything inside the Dark Zone other than when you die. Now, sometimes you die and you lose 1 item, sometimes you lose 5, 6, or sometimes you lose 3 or 4. Like, the number, basically what I'm getting at is it's kind of RNG how much you lose when you die in the Dark Zone, especially when you're rogue. There's more chance you'll even lose all of it with this bag on. So sometimes I'm not sure if this bag talent actually works 100% of the time, but it's not really that useful because it's not like you get to choose which item you save or anything like that. So let's say you get 2 of these bags, you have this bag on already, you want to get the second NinjaBike bag outside of the Dark Zone because, you know, it has a better roll or whatever. There's nothing that saves you from dropping that bag. Like, you can have 9 items, or you can have 5 or 6, and you can save all of them except for that bag. So basically what I'm getting at is it's not like you can choose which item you save, and no matter whether you're rogue or not, or how many times you get killed, this talent won't really come in handy when you really want it to, and that's basically what I'm trying to say. So it's not really the best talent in the world. I feel like Massive could have done a better job making this. I mean, if you get to choose, you know, have a couple seconds to choose like what weapon or piece or mod or anything that you get to save out of the items that you drop, I think this bag would be absolutely amazing. But because you can't, it's not really the best bag to pick over something like a specialized backpack, because this doesn't really help in PvP situations, doesn't help with PvE, and it's not like the talent gives you any bonus damage to named bosses or enemies or anyone in general. So it's just not really the best bag, honestly. If you're farming for it, then to each his own, but I don't recommend going out of your way and spending all day farming it, because you might be very, very disappointed in how the bag works. So that's all I gotta say about that. It took me about, like, I don't farm name bosses all that much in the Dark Zone, but it took me, I'd say maybe I killed about 50, maybe 60 bosses to get all 4 of these. But honestly, it's really not that good. So just honestly, like, I don't know, if you want to farm it, go for it, but I honestly just don't think it's honestly that worth it. So that's all I gotta say about this backpack. I'm sorry that if you're disappointed about this, I'm sorry, but I do feel that Massive should maybe add something more onto this bag's talent to make it more worth farming, because yeah, just like any of the other named gear, it is pretty hard to farm. The chances for them to drop are low. I've just gotten quite lucky with named gear farming, especially with this backpack, since I don't really run around the Dark Zone all that much. And if you're really looking to farm gear and not lose them, well then you can get better gear and get gear a lot faster and more efficient and have no risk of losing it by just farming anything outside the Dark Zone. Also, not to mention that outside of the Dark Zone, this bag is literally just another bag without a talent and a decent armor roll. So yeah, the armor roll might be cool. It might add some firearms. You know, it'll give me some decent stats, but it has no useful talent or anything. So outside the Dark Zone, it doesn't benefit me whatsoever. So just keep that in mind. And that's really all I gotta say about that. It's kind of funny. Like, I don't know what Massive was thinking when they dropped this bag into the Dark Zone. So that's really about it. This has been CJ. I'll see you guys in another video. I think the next one I'll be talking about will be the Short Bows Championship pads, as I farmed so long to get that, and I finally got it a few days ago. I have a majority of the named pieces. I'm just missing actually one. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet, but you guys will obviously see eventually. So this has been CJ. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any different opinion, obviously feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know your experiences of using this, whether it helped you in any situation at all, if it's good to you or whatever you think. Go ahead and comment. If this helped you in any way, leave a like. If you're new here, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.